Hey guys, what is up? It is Chill here, bringing you a Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary here today. This is a 50 and 19 League Play CTF game from a little while back. It was a pretty good gameplay, so I thought I'd share it with everybody. But today's video, I recently watched a video from Polaris, which is a gaming channel, I do believe, and it's about how multiplayer games bring people together. And that kind of made me start thinking. About what gaming means to me, and it may mean something different to everybody else. It may mean a lot different things from Day 9 to Jay Nasty. If you don't know who Day 9 is, he's a really successful StarCraft commentator, and as you guys probably know, Jay Nasty is a white dude who rages a lot and gets a lot of Moabs. So for me personally, I want to start this off by gaming to me is still it's just kind of an escape where I can, be myself and hang out and enjoy. I'm trying to think. Enjoy just what I like doing, and that's playing games. And I know that sounds nerdy, but well, it kind of is. Not really. There's a difference between being nerdy and just being a gamer, but it's whatever. Um, Gaming to me, since I first played um, what was it, Age of Empires when I was little on my dad's computer. It was kind of it would just get me riled up. But I was 6 or 7 at the time. It would just get me really riled up, and I had anger issues. So I enjoyed playing the games just because they were violent, which isn't very good for a little kid, but that did happen. So as I kept growing up, um, I still played computer games, and computer games were kind of like the shit for me, like Company Heroes. Me and my sister had the original, what was it, 8-bit Sonic game where you played as Sonic and Tails, and that was the funnest game I've probably ever played was that Sonic game. So there's that, and just me and my sister growing up, because she's 2.5 years older than me. Growing up, we really didn't have a lot of things to do because our mom wouldn't let us outside a lot. Well, she wouldn't let us hang out with people a lot. So me and her just kind of had to entertain ourselves. And being homeschooled and all that stuff, you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a weirdo. You're a freak. Why were you homeschooled?" Yeah, I know. I wish it wasn't that way, but oh well. So me and her played a lot of games together, and we got an Xbox from my cousin, and we played Halo the whole thing through so many times. I cried when Foehammer died in the first Halo. I cried. And mind you, at the time, me and my sister were forbidden to play those games like Halo, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, what else was it? Doom 3 and another World War II game. We weren't allowed to play those, my mom said. But my dad had hid them, and me and my sister found them. So me and her just built a really strong sibling bond from just hanging out and playing Xbox and playing computer games, which was insane. And so coming up to closer to now, with my parents' divorce back in 2010, I want to say, or their separation or whatever, um, I got a PlayStation 2, and I was heavily into the Killzone games, and those were just kind of like my life for my 6th and 7th grade years, and it was just so fun playing them because every day, when I started middle school at a prep school because my mom wanted me to go to a good school and all of that nonsense. So when I started going to that school that she wanted me to, you can call me, I really didn't know anybody, and I was pretty socially awkward, and I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of am. Um, she she was into drinking and going out and staying out for the wee moments of the morning. So I mean, I kind of just had to entertain myself, and my sister had moved with my grandparents down to Colorado Springs for her sophomore year because some issues with her, which were not good. So I was dealing with a lot of trust issues with my family. My dad moving out, my mom not really being around, which was whatever. And I just kind of had games to back me up. And then my dad moved out, and well, he didn't. He already moved out. He moved from his apartment in Fort Collins to Baltimore in Maryland, which sucked ass because he was always the cool parent. He was always the one like when we were younger, yeah, you guys can eat food on the floor. You guys don't need to eat at the table. Yo, you guys can. He was the one who originally let us start playing Halo, like legitimately. Just said our mom couldn't find out, but he was always the cool parent, which kind of backfired. And so he moved and he sent me an Xbox 360, which was awesome. And that kind of blinded me from him leaving and all that fun stuff. So, got me an Xbox 360, and immediately, this was in 2000, late 2000, no, Christmas of 2010, yeah. That he got me the Xbox 360, and I was like, all right, well, I'd heard people talking about it all the time at school. So the first chance I got, day after Christmas, uh, I had my mom take me to the GameStop at the mall and purchase Call of Duty Black Ops. And that was just crazy for me because that was probably one of my first real experiences with playing online with people, like different people. And I'll tell you what, I met a lot of people that first year that I had Xbox, and it was insane. It was so much fun. And I can't comprehend um, how much that meant to me. Because, you know, going through that tough time in your life, just having people there. It's a good thing. It's nice. And being able to share moments with people. It's fun. So yeah. Sorry, this isn't like trying to get views or anything. I was just reminiscing, so played Black Ops and all that fun stuff. Met a ton of people, had a lot of great times, camping in bushes and knifing people in search. It was too pro, and then my cousin got me into game battles in Black Ops 1 and the competitive side of Call of Duty, and I was like, whoa, this is freaking awesome, because I've always been competitive, and I think that comes from me trying to one-up my sister all the time when we played video games. And so I was always really competitive. It just turns out that I wasn't really too great at Call of Duty. I mean, I'm pretty good. Like, I'm not terrible, as you guys can see from my gameplays and all that fun stuff. But I wasn't like the greatest Call of Duty player, which is unfortunate because that was my goal when I was little. Like when I first picked up a controller, I was like, oh, this would be the coolest thing ever, like the funnest job, play video games for money. But alas, you don't always get your dreams, and I was having trouble finding this guy right here. But anyways, um, so when it comes down to it, video games have just always been there for me, and I think that's how it is with a lot of people. They're just that constant in your life, no matter who goes in or out of your family circle or your friendship circle, or no matter what's happening at school or at home, you just always have that, and that's what it was for me. I just always had that backbone, and I really never had a lot of friends. First of all, because my mom really wasn't a big fan of us meeting people outside of our church, which sucked, and then homeschooling, and then being socially awkward at school. That wasn't. It just didn't get me.